right, we welcome Kansas representatives to the stage. Congratulate the Jayhawks, Coach Bill Self, Dedrick Lawson, and KJ Lawson. And we'll go ahead and follow our normal protocol. We'll ask Coach for a brief opening statement, and we'll turn it over to players' questions to the student athletes. And once those have been exhausted, we'll dismiss them and return to questions for Coach. We'd remind you to please hail the microphone when you have a question. We'll send one your way. And if you direct your questions into the microphone and to a specific student athlete, that's helpful. And let's go ahead and get started with an opening statement from Coach Self.
Well, I thought we came in the game with a great mindset, and I thought we performed pretty well for the most part for 40 minutes. Defensively especially, I thought our ball screen and defense and our switching was better and eliminated them getting a lot of uncontested looks, which they can really shoot the ball. So, all it is one game, and but certainly, sets up a game in which we have to be as athletic and as in tune as we've been all year playing Auburn.
All right, questions for Kansas student athletes, Dedrick Lawson and KJ Lawson.
John Kuhn, Boston Globe. Dedrick, at a point in the second half when they'd cut it to 7 points, you guys proceeded to outscore them 32-6 over about 11-minute stretch. What did you do specifically defensively that you were able to just neutralize their perimeter shooting and really just shut down their offense during that key stretch?
I think we came out second half kind of lackadaisical and kind of comfortable, and Coach got on us in the huddle just by getting out there to shooters and ball screen defense. And once he did that, guys realized the game was not over, and we just locked down and just guarded. We switched scores and just made it tough on those guys, and we did the best we could to limit them to one shot. So I think that helped out a lot.
Dedrick, could you comment on KJ's performance, and if you knew he was going to have a big game? And KJ, could you comment on your game today? Were you really intent to be a leader and break out today?
You said if I knew he was going to have a good game? I expect everyone to have a good game when we go out there. It don't always go that way. But he definitely came out aggressive. I think what got him going was he played defense. He got some rebounds early, and it was one particular play where the guy didn't step up and he got a layup and came back in and got another layup. So I guess easy baskets can definitely get you going in a game like this. And he played great tonight. And in this turn, we're just gonna need everyone to step up. And tonight it was his calling.
Yeah, I think I had a solid performance, but as a team, we did a great job on defense. And we had a balanced attack on the offensive end, and everybody was assertive, going downhill and trying to make guys guard us. And we were settling for threes early in the game. And once we settled in, everybody was in attack mode, and I felt like everybody had a great, solid performance today.
I was wondering if both of you could answer this. You watched this last year, the tournament run that Kansas went on. You were there for a front row seat. What was this like being out there today, finally getting to be your turn in this thing?
Go ahead.
It was a great moment, being in that moment and watching those great guys that came before us, like Speed McCallum and Devontae Graham, and you wanted to be on the court with those guys, and actually being in the situation where we can play, and it's just a great feeling. My first tournament game playing.
I went to bed kind of early last night just so the morning could come faster, and just so we can get out there and be a part of such a great opportunity. And I'm just looking forward to dancing for a long time.
What time?
I went to bed we had a meeting at 9:30. So I went to bed around like 10:30, 10:45.
How do you two players think you guys did guarding the three today, and was that mentioned so much this week that was a big emphasis?
We knew that those guys have great players, great three-point shooters, and that was the emphasis because those guys average 26 threes a game and they make 10, and we just tried to get to the shoot as quick as possible on the ball screen defense, and they're a great team, and wish them the best of the luck.
They season though.
Come on, bro. Next year.
Well, I thought I did a pretty decent job. I think Guy scored once when the slip between me and Q. Number 20 hit a shot. Other than that, I think that was probably my only mishap personally. But you know, it's a team game, so we just got to lock in defensively. And the same thing for Saturday, another team that shoot threes. So it was a good preparing game for us.
Anything more for student athletes? All right, we'll dismiss Cedric and KJ and return to questions for Coach Self in just a moment. Questions for Coach?
Coach, KJ had 23 minutes tonight. Was that mostly matchup based coming in? You knew you were going to use him, or was that pretty much performance based? Saw he was hitting shots.
I think it was both. I think that the fact that we knew that we were probably going to play small the vast majority of the game, and when you look at it, we only have what do we have? 5 perimeter players total. So naturally, it was, you know, if we're going to play small, 4 out of 5 are in the game, or maybe we have 6. So yeah, I didn't anticipate, you know, spreading the minutes out like we did, but he was on a roll, and we were better with him in the game, so it was a natural thing to do.
Bill, you had that line the other week about your team being a little bit like the 51st States and the Drew Barrymore thing. Do you feel like after a day like today, you have a little better sense of what you might be able to expect, and how much did today seem like you reached them and that they were locked into the scouting report?
Yeah, I thought our guys were as locked in as they've been in a long time. You know, one thing about Northeastern, you know, it's so important to take away shots off the catch and make them try to score off the bounce, which will be totally different with, you know, Saturday, because you got to take away shots off the catch, and then you got to be able to contain the ball so you don't force help everywhere. But I think our guys were locked in pretty well, and you know, we didn't play great early offensively at all. And I don't know, wasn't it 21-21 or 21-19, something like that? But after that point, after about the 10-minute mark of the first half, I thought we executed on both ends really well. Yeah. I understand better what maybe we can expect tomorrow, but after practice, who knows what that'll mean for Saturday. But I do think we're playing the right way. Even when we got our butts beat against Iowa State, I thought we played the right way. We just didn't have didn't finish plays and certainly didn't score the ball. But tonight, you know, the margin's misleading because we shot it really well late, and they had some open looks that they didn't make that they normally make. But overall, I do think that maybe we're getting an understanding of how we have to play to be successful.
Coach, I know it's just one possession, but that first defensive possession of the game where you get the long two and he doesn't draw iron, I mean, was that a positive sign? Do you think that helped the mental state of your guys?
You know, first possession's probably too early, but I do think it did help. You know, they come back, and really we had about, of our first 5 or 6 defensive possessions, I'd say, you know, 4 of them were really good, but the other 2 they made threes on. But I did think that defensively we were so much better, and I didn't feel like there was a lot of uncontested looks. Even when they made shots, I felt like at least we had a hand in their face, and certainly we didn't put ourselves in a situation where we were playing catch-up throughout the entire possession.
Bill, we're all used to this kind of performance from Diedrich, but would you say this matchup was perfect for how he plays and how he performed today?
Would you repeat that? Yeah. In English, please? No, I'm joking. That's my boy there. But go ahead.
Would you say this matchup for Diedrich and just how it all played out was perfect for how he plays?
Yeah. The matchup with, you know, Diedrich is a hard matchup for folks. If you play small like they did, you got a guarding him. And if you play big, he can play away from the basket some. But basically, Northeastern Bill, you know, is going to play 4 guards primarily. So we tried to make it a conscious effort to throw it inside to him, and we didn't do it enough. But when we did, it certainly helped our cause quite a bit.
Coach, you limited Vasilevskiy to, I think, 2 of 13 from the floor. For you, what went into the strategy to kind of containing him, and how was that so effective for you?
Well, he missed some shots that he normally makes, so that's not really defense. But our whole game plan was not go. We went under one ball screen on him, and he made a three. And our whole game plan was to hard hedge him, make him feel us, change directions, and certainly go over every ball screen and go over every dribble handoff. And the switching helped us do that.
We have time for 2 more. We'll start right here.
Bill, it seemed like there were 2 timeouts at least during which the tone changed a little bit after you guys came back out. I think you guys had not been going inside much, maybe the second time out. And so I wonder if that was a point of emphasis. And then also I wonder if you could expand on Diedrich's point about being lackadaisical the first 2 minutes, what it was you might have gotten across to them when you called that timeout early in the second half.
Well, I thought, Diedrich had Q wide open on an uncontested lob first possession of the half, and he underthrew it by 10 feet. Terrible. And, he's our best passer. So and then we gave up a couple of looks, but it goes from 12 to 7. And really, Q, he just made one basket, but he made the biggest basket of the game, getting it back to 10 immediately, and then Diedrich made a 3 right after that. So we had been outplayed the first 3 minutes of the second half, and we gained 1 point in the margin. So I thought those were probably the 2 biggest offensive possessions. And then after that, we got on a pretty good roll. We moved the ball pretty well offensively second half. Oh, dude, I just thought we were jacking around. The halftime's long, and I still don't know that guys totally understand the importance of every minute and every possession in an NCAA tournament game. And I just felt like that we'd allowed them to believe that they could certainly play with us, and at that point in time, they definitely were.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you.